I'm Margaret Brennan, and today on Face the Nation, a winter whiteout in parts of New England as a blizzard with hurricane-force winds rocks the Northeast. Plus, we'll talk with former FDA Commissioner Dr. Scott Gottlieb about the new Omicron variant. How concerned should you be? Then, President Biden vows he'll make good on his promise for an historic pick for the Supreme Court as Justice Stephen Breyer announces his retirement. We'll talk to two key players when it comes to the confirmation. South Carolinians Republican Lindsey Graham and Democrat Jim Clyburn will be with us. Overseas, Ukraine's president insists the showdown with Russia just isn't as dire as the U.S. and Europeans warn. We'll have a report from eastern Ukraine and check in with Ukraine's ambassador to the U.S., Oksana Markarova, and one of the Biden administration's top diplomats, Ambassador Victoria Nuland. It's all just ahead on Face the Nation. Good morning and welcome to Face the Nation. There's a lot to get to today, but we begin with that massive winter storm that walloped the Northeast, bringing with it at least 2 feet of snow, hurricane-force winds, and coastal flooding. Our Mola Langhi reports from Boston. Mola?
Well, good morning, Margaret. It was a relentless and historic single-day snowstorm here in Boston. There was more snow here yesterday than the city averages the entire month of January. Throughout Massachusetts, plows faced whiteout conditions as the rate of the blinding snowfall made it a challenge for those cleanup crews to keep up. Now, the storm also whipped up waves Saturday, battering the entire New England coastline. Images from space show the bomb cyclone bearing down on the Northeast, dumping more than 2 feet of snow. Winds gusted as high as 83 miles per hour on Cape Cod in Massachusetts. A couple 100,000 homes and businesses lost power in the state, and tens of thousands are still without power today. A majority of flights, thousands of them, were canceled at major airports in the mid-Atlantic and the Northeast. And this morning, the snow has finally lit up, but we're not yet in the clear, with much of the region now digging out and concerned about a deep freeze. The entire eastern seaboard was somehow, some way impacted by this storm system as far south as Florida, which felt freezing temperatures. Now, plows are working on the roads again this morning. They continue to do that, trying to clear them not only for the utility crews that have to restore power, but also getting them ready for the Monday morning work and school commutes. Margaret?
Mola Langhi in Boston. Thank you. We turn now to the COVID-19 pandemic, where despite a decline in hospitalizations and new cases, deaths are still rising, and the virus is still highly transmissible. Community spread is in the high range across the country, and a new variant of Omicron has raised new concerns. Mark Strassman reports.
Finally, a COVID update not steeped in dread.
We continue to move toward a time when COVID won't disrupt our daily lives, a time when COVID is no longer a crisis.
New COVID cases down sharply. Hospitalizations down encouragingly. But Omicron's overall milder impact comes with a qualifier.
Milder does not mean mild, and we cannot look past the strain on our health systems and substantial number of deaths.
A wintry sorrow. We're now averaging 2,300 COVID deaths a day, many preventable.
We have been trying to scream at the top of our lungs to say how bad it is.
Roughly 100 million eligible Americans have yet to get fully vaccinated.
We've done everything that we could. Ultimately, the decision does come back down to the individual, what choice they want to make.
After 2 months of runaway infections, Omicron's generally relaxing its headlock on American life. Only 9 states, Washington, D.C., and Puerto Rico still require indoor masking, regardless of vaccination status. San Francisco will ease its mask mandate starting Tuesday. And in Roanoke, Virginia,
it's time to stop refusing parents their right to parent.
The school board agreed. Masking's optional starting next month. But daycare centers remain worrisome, with kids too young for vaccines. The CDC's new guidance, providers should get boosted and tested at least once a week. Something to keep an eye on, a new subvariant nicknamed Stealth Omicron. Detected in roughly half the states, preliminary findings show it's even more contagious. This truly is the virus that wouldn't leave. Margaret?
Mark Strassman, thank you. We go now to former FDA Commissioner and Pfizer board member, Dr. Scott Gottlieb, who made it out of the snowstorm in Connecticut and down here to Washington, D.C. this morning. That is dedication, Doctor. Thank you.
Thank you.
There is a new variant of concern, BA2. The CDC says it's already here in the United States. How concerned do we need to be?
Yeah, the question is, does this change the decision space? I don't think it does. I don't think it really changes the narrative. It maybe perhaps extends the tail on the decline that we're seeing across the country. There's some critical questions. Is it more contagious? It appears to be more contagious. Data out of Denmark from the Serum Institute suggests that it's about 1.5 times more contagious than the strain of Omicron that has made it around the U.S.
Which is already so transmissible.
Exactly. Does it evade our immune system? Does it evade the immunity that we've acquired from Omicron infection or the vaccines? Most of the evidence so far, and it's preliminary, suggests it does. And in fact, there's data out of the UK that suggests that a fully boosted person may be more protected against this new variant than they were against the original strain of Omicron. And then the final question is it more virulent? Is it more dangerous? And so far, based on what we've seen out of Denmark and the UK, which are collecting very good data on this, it doesn't appear to be a more virulent strain.
So if you had Omicron, can you be reinfected with this version?
You should be protected. So the mutations in this new version are not in the receptor binding domain on the spike protein. That's the portion of the spike protein that we develop our best antibodies against that neutralize the virus. Most of the mutations are on a separate part of the spike protein called the N-terminal domain. So if you had Omicron infection, you should have protection against subsequent infection from this new variant. That's why I don't think this is going to create a huge wave of infection. What's likely to happen is, as we were coming down, and we're coming down quite sharply in parts of the Northeast, Florida, the Mid-Atlantic, you might see as this